Hello, welcome to lesson 10.1, Intro to Probability. So we're in a new unit, which is probability, which means we're going to just be finding the likelihood or the chance that events are going to occur. And so in order to find out the chance of something occurring, we need to know basically all the possibilities that could happen from an event. And that's what sample space is, instead of all possible outcomes from an event. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And let's go ahead and get started. So for number one, it says a spinner can land on either red, blue, or green. You spin once. So what are the possibilities from spinning the spinner one time? Well, you can land on red, you can land on blue, or you can land on green. And that's it. Set notation, it means we're just going to be drawing these brackets here around it, separating it with commas, but yeah, that's our answer for number one. So go ahead and pause the video and read and try number two on your own. So it says a sandwich shop has 4 types of sandwiches: ham, turkey, chicken, PB&J. Represent the sample space. So basically, what are the possibilities of going to the sandwich shop and ordering a sandwich? That's implied here. So the possibility is that you can order ham, you can order turkey, you can order chicken, or you can order PB&J. And that is it. Those are the 4 possibilities when you walk into that sandwich shop. So let's go on to number 3. 3 and 4 are the same thing, except just be careful. Some of these, like for number 3, we're going to have to distinguish between, since a basket contains 2 apples and 3 peaches, you randomly pick a piece of fruit. So just make sure you're not putting apple and peach, right? There's actually 5 pieces of fruit. So to distinguish that, we're going to put apple 1, apple 2, right? There's 2 apples. And then since there's 3 peaches, we're going to do peach 1, peach 2, and peach 3, right? To distinguish that there are 5 possibilities because there's 5 pieces of fruit in that basket. All right, so now for number 4, try number 4 on your own. All right, so it says when a button is pressed, a computer program outputs a random odd number greater than 1 and less than 13. So what are the possibilities? It's got to be odd, it's got to be greater than 1, less than 13. So that's going to be 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So we don't go to 13 because it's less than 13. And then, oops, that's not right. Draw the bracket a little bit better than I'm doing it. There we go. And that's our answer for number 4. So again, this front page is, they're all simple events. Just one thing is happening. So now for the back page, we're going to have compound events, meaning more than one thing is happening. And when you have a compound event, you're going to draw something called a tree diagram, which basically means because I have 2 events happening, the outcomes or the possibilities are multiplying. So you have to draw the tree diagram to kind of draw the branches coming out of each possibility. And let's look at number 5. So it says a hot dog stand offers both small and large hot dogs, and then each hot dog can be ordered plain or with mustard. So there's 2 choices happening here. First is the size of the hot dog. So you can order a small or a large. We're going to put S for small and L for large instead of just writing the whole words. It's going to take a lot of time, so we're going to abbreviate here with this whole page. And then our second choice is the topping, right? It could either be plain or with mustard. So we're actually going to see, let me back up. Each possibility for the first choice or the first event, right, it's going to have the choices for the second event. So we have to make sure we have the plain and mustard off of both choices for the side, both sizes, if that makes sense. Okay, oops, not an L, that should be an M. So we have the small, and we can order the small, plain or with mustard. Then we have the large hot dog, and we can order that one plain or with mustard. So see how we have 2 possibilities, and then since each one of those has 2 more possibilities, we're going to have 4, kind of leaves, as you will, right, at the bottom here. And so to represent the sample space, we're going to just go to each leaf and kind of like follow it down the branches and write that. So the first one is a small plane. So we're going to write that. Let's put it brackets. So small plane. Then our next hot dog that we could have here is a small mustard. So small mustard. See how we're just abbreviating here? Our third hot dog, this third leaf would be a large plain. We're just following it down. So the large size plain topping. And then our fourth hot dog would be the large hot dog with mustard. So see how I'm hovering over it? So I'm gonna, each leaf is kind of like go down the branch to the leaf, right? And then just write it. Hopefully you can see my cursor hovering what I'm talking about. All right, so now you're gonna go ahead and try number 6 on your own. Draw the tree diagram and then write down the possibilities. All right, so first, let's read it. A sandwich shop has 3 types of sandwiches: ham, turkey, and chicken. Each sandwich can be ordered with white bread or multigrain bread. So our first option here is the type of meat, which would be ham, turkey, or chicken. So there's 3 options. And then also we have the bread. So make sure that each one of these meats has the 2 options for the bread, which would be the white and the multigrains, right? The ham, the turkey can be white or multigrain, and the chicken can be white or multigrain. So to write this, we're gonna just, our leaf right here, we're gonna follow it down. So that would be HW, which stands for ham on wheat. Our next one would be ham on multigrain. Next one is turkey on wheat. Oh no, sorry, I keep saying white. It's white. I'm sorry. Turkey white, turkey multigrain, chicken white, and chicken multigrain. See how there's 6 leaves down here? So there's 6 possibilities or 6 outcomes that we want to list here. Okay. And now number 7, same thing. We're going to do a tree diagram. This time it says when a button is pressed, a computer program outputs a random even number greater than 0, less than 8. And you press it twice this time. So it's kind of like the front, except we're going to push it or press it twice. So we have press number 1 and press number 2. So on the first press, write a random even number greater than 0, less than 8. So that would make it 2, 4, and 6, right? Those are even, greater than 0, and less than 8. So on my second push, right, I can, if I press 2 the first time, I can get 2, 4, or 6 that second time, right? Since I'm pushing it twice, so it's the same 2, 4, and 6 both times. But make sure that 2, 4, and 6 comes off of each one on the top. So see how that's gonna land me with actually 9 possibilities here. See if we can fit all these. So if I push 2 the first time, I can push 2 the second time. If I push 2 the first time, I can get, or push 4 the second time. Or if I push 2 the first time, I can get 6, okay? Then we go again. I can do 4 and 2, 4 and 4, 4 and 6. And then my last ones, hopefully this will write. I could do 6 and 2, 6 and 4, and 6 and 6. Okay, so those are my outcomes for pushing or pressing the button twice. All right, so go ahead and pause. Try number 8 on your own. And be a little careful. Just like with over here, we had to think about the numbers. You have to think about the fruit right now. So go ahead and try it. All right, so for number 8, it says a basket contains 1 apple, 1 peach, and 1 orange. You randomly pick a piece of fruit to eat. Then you pick another piece to eat later. So basically, you got your fruit number 1 and your fruit number 2. The only difference with this is that if you eat one, right, it's not going to be available later. So that's what I'm saying. Always try to read the question carefully and make sure you have the right outcomes. So first, with my first piece of fruit, it could be an apple, it could be a peach, and it could be an orange. Those are my possibilities for picking my first piece of fruit. But when I pick my second piece of fruit, right, if I pick an apple first, make sure I can't put A again. It's got to be only the peach or the orange because now the apple is gone, it's eaten. So if I pick a peach the first time, it can only be an apple or an orange. And then if I picked an orange the first time, it could only be an apple or a peach the second time. See how the peach has been eaten and then the orange has been eaten? So make sure you adjust accordingly. And now we're gonna just same thing, go down the branches. So I could have an apple first, a peach second. I can have an apple first, an orange second. I can have a peach first, an apple second. Or a peach first and an orange second. And then, oh goodness, that's supposed to be parentheses. Sorry, guys. Zero. It's an O, orange, and apple. Sorry, it gets very tricky when I get down to the bottom here. All right, whoop. And then orange first time, peach second time. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. See how there's 6 possibilities, right? Apple, peach, apple, orange, peach, apple, peach, orange, or orange, apple, orange, peach. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. Also, just to mention this, when you do the practice that's on Canvas this time, make sure you actually draw the tree diagram on a piece of paper, on a whiteboard, somewhere, because it is multiple choice, and I know it's tempting to just look at the answer choices, but please draw the tree diagrams and then just match it. It's going to help you out. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.